Get me lit, feel like it's my birthday. Brand new fit, feel like it's my birthday. New bag, got me running out of purse space. Cake, 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 feel like it's my birthday. Get me lit, feel like it's my birthday. Brand new fit, feel like it's my birthday. New bag, got me running out of purse space. Cake, 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 feel like it's my birthday.
What's good, Joel? It's your boy Abwon, and I'm here for another edition of the Face2Face. This time, I am here with DMV recording artist Nia Dinero.
Yes, sir. It is I.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm great. It's Friday. You look like you're ready to turn up.
I may be headed to the city afterwards. I may. You know, it's a big week in DC. It's the Congressional Black Caucus. So, you know, it's just a good time to just network and just connect with, you know, our people down in DC. So,
so
I'm excited.
It's funny you bring that up because for two reasons. One, your new single, Birthday.
Yes, sir.
Is at 29K right now on YouTube. Make sure I go check that out. I just saw it. The extended version is hilarious with the dude at the end that told you to rent money.
Yo, that was unplanned.
Wait, so he just showed up?
So we were literally at the diner. We were shooting because it's actually, that video is a part of a visual album.
Okay.
So there's actually like 5. It's like a mini movie. And so we were literally like kind of like on a break from one of the scenes, and we were sitting there. And the videographer happened to have the wig in the car. And we were like, man, we need to think of something at the end. And he was like, I mean, I'll wear the wig. And I was like, are you sure? And it just came together. Like, it was unscripted. He went in there and just killed it. And we were cracking up. Like,
my birthday is August 30th. I'm a Virgo. And
okay.
So belated birthday to me. And
yes, sir.
I was in DC for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, so I just said, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, snap. It's just like dope, like how you're going to DC and your song is called The Birthday, and that's where I was at. But I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. But
it does matter. It does matter. It all, you tied it together. It made sense to me.
I tried to. What is the hip hop scene like are you from DC or are you just like in the general DMV area?
I'm from Virginia. So Virginia is very, it's special in that there's just different parts of Virginia, and each part of Virginia moves differently. So you have Northern Virginia, which is where I'm from, which is considered like the DMV area. And we move differently from like Richmond and Hampton Roads, which is like the Virginia Beach and like Missy Elliott, Pharrell and all them. Because we do get a lot of the remnants of the North. Like a lot of people from New York and Philly and all them, a lot of them retire in Virginia or the part of Virginia that I'm from. So we kind of move like Northerners, you know what I mean? So
real fast and like on the go.
Just kind of really on the go. A lot of the conversation is like, hey, what do you do? How can we connect? Let's move and hustle and this and that. And so when I lived in Atlanta, because I lived in Atlanta from like in like 2017 to 2018, everyone always just thought I lived in the country and farms and cows and chickens. Like, you're from Virginia. And I'm like, I mean, there's parts of Virginia is like that, but I'm actually from Northern Virginia, where I'm like 25 minutes from DC. So it's a totally different wave. So the music scene up here, it's like I said, it's different. Because if you're in DC, you got go-go. Northern Virginia, we kind of like our melting pot, because I went to school in Norfolk State. So that was down in the Virginia Beach area. So the musicality, the bounce and the color of the Virginia sound, you know, Missy Elliott, Pharrell, Timberland, the drums, the musicianship, all that is definitely the vibe. And I would honestly say that's the vibe of the DMV, because even if you go to DC, the go-go, the bands, the live music, the bounce, Wale, like, it's just very musical, kind of has like a melting pot of a sound, that makes any sense.
No,
sounds very like melting pot-ish.
No, it makes perfect sense, because Maryland is almost like my second home, because majority of my relatives from my mother's side is from Baltimore and like Silver Springs and Bel Air. So I'm always like in Maryland. So I do know about the Virginia that you're talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll tell people, yo, I'm going to Virginia, and they're like, oh, like chill, it's like mad country. And I'm like, what you mean?
No, Northern Virginia is a wave. It's a wave.
You got this record called Killing the Flow. It's over the Bitch Better Have My Money beat.
I think it's Killing the Beat. Killing the Beat.
It could be killing them. It could be killing them. I mean, you know better than me. It's your record. But the record is hot. The record is hot. The record is hot. Your voice is very, I can definitely hear the Northern influence in your flow. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because when I do flow, people always say I have like if they didn't know where I was from, I have like a Northern New York undertone.
Yes.
Like I kind of sound like I'm from New York. So that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's crazy that you picked out that song. I recorded that song, I think 2015, 2016. Really? And that's at the time when like covers were popping. Like everyone was doing covers, and Nicki Minaj was big, Drake was big, like all them artists were it was popping. And do covers was just like the thing. And I kind of went on like from like 2015 to 2016, I just went on this cover binge. Like I did that one, Truffle Butter. I did Chirac, and I shot the video for that. And I turned that into an original song called Sophisticated Nia.
Okay.
So the Chirac joint. And then I remade Cha Cha by MC Light. I did that video. That one gets a lot of love. Like a lot of love, because it's MC Light. Not everyone can redo that. So yeah, it was all respect though, all love.
So is Missy because you've referenced her a few times, is that like one of your early influences?
When I was starting, I'll say when I went solo, at that time, Black Eyed Peas were hot. Fergie was hot. There was just so much color as far as music and sound and the female artists, you know what I mean? And just living in Virginia, when I thought of just that crossover mainstream, dope, but still kind of, fun, but you can take them seriously. Missy, Left Eyes, Fergie's, like all of them were the ones that I was rocking with, you know what I mean? Because I remember when I started rapping, I guess you could say, when I went to Norfolk State. And the producer that I was working with at the time, I didn't want to be a rapper. I didn't, because in my mind, I just looked at rappers like it was just like hard and this and that. And he was the first one to be like, no, like, we're not going to do that. Like, we're literally going to like create a sound for you, and it's just going to be you. We're just going to build from there. And that's pretty much how it happened. But yeah, they were definitely influences, along with so many others. The Brat. I mean, on one interview, I even talk about, outside of the female artists, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like I grew up on all that stuff. Everyone, like.
It's funny you say that, because Bone Thugs.
Aaliyah. What'd you say?
I said it's funny you say that, because Bone Thugs is one of my favorite groups of all time.
Bone Thugs, like they were the first ones to really bring that melodic, the melodic flow. That came from them. Like they were the first one. I mean, and Twista was dope too, but I think that Bone Thugs, I mean, the way they kind of brought the melody and the, it was just dope. The cadences, like everything was just dope. And so originally, like when I wanted to learn how to rap fast or just talk fast, because my producer always said I had a quick tongue. Like there were certain things that I would be able to say in the studio quickly that he would always tell me, like, man, like some people struggle with doing that. You know what I mean? And he could tell, like, man, I can tell you've been listening to like Bone Thugs or trying to be Bone Thugs or something.
Miss Nia Dinero,
yes.
There's an epidemic going on right now of people getting hacked. And, I saw your video on your IGTV when you was like, everybody keeps asking me what happened. So I'm not going to tell you to give me the info on what happened. Long story short, your account was hacked.
Yes.
6 people within 48 hours that I know personally have gotten their accounts hacked. Somebody tried to get me the other day, but I was like, So I know
I mean, I can tell you, it don't matter to me. I can tell you now. It is what it is now.
Like, do you feel jaded almost?
No, I do not. At first when it happened so fast. Like, honestly, it was literally like, what is going on? Like, I hope it doesn't happen to anyone, but if the only way I can describe it to people who haven't been hacked is just, you literally go through like a grieving process because you really feel like someone stole from you or something. Like, you just walked in your house and everything was gone and you're like, what the heck is going on? Before the hacking, I was already saying to myself, like, man, I need to really get out there. I need to build. I want to start from the ground up. I need to get back to the basics. I was already saying these things, like, to myself, to other people and everything else. And then this hacking situation happened. And so at first I was mad and frustrated and everything else. And then after a while I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity for me to really build. At the end of the day, I know who I am. I built my presence. People, you know what I'm saying? The digital presence is the digital presence, but there's nothing like actual relationships and interaction and getting out there and creating those relationships. Yeah. And then also the reason why I don't feel jaded is because I believe that there is a strong difference between social capital and just followers. Like, followers, you can have 1,000 followers, but I can have 5 people follow me that I can call personally, that can move the needle. Yep. That could get me in the door, that could set up a dinner meeting or just a conversation, just to talk, just to, you know what I mean? And so I think, it just kind of changed my whole perspective on how I was looking at the whole platform. Because at the end of the day, it's technology. It's just a tool. Yeah. And I think it put me in a space to realize how much social media kind of handicaps us from creating real relationships. A matter of fact, I went to an event yesterday, and I don't know if you know Pinky Killicorn. Have you heard of her? Mm-mm. So she is a major deal in the DMV, especially DC.
She's an artist?
She's an artist. Like, look her up. She's super, 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 super dope. Okay. And she's been doing this for years. But I connected with her, and the first thing I said when I met her, like, we exchanged information. The first thing I said was, "Oh, I'm sorry. Just so you know, I was hacked." And she looked at me and she said, "You don't got to tell me that. Like, why are you telling me that? You don't have to tell me that. Like, those that are in position, they don't need to see that. They can see you. Yeah. They can see what they're investing in. They can look you up." And because at the time I had the hack thing in my bio and everything, like, I was hacked and da 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 da. She's like, take that down, like, because you were hacked. Okay, now you got to build. So just start and go into this like, this is Nia Dinero. This is the new vibe, and this is what it is. And I did take it down, and she told me that last night, and I took it down last night.
I'm gonna give you the floor one last time before we get up out of here. Let the people know what it is, what you got going on, where to find you, all that good stuff.
What's good, everyone? I go by Nia Dinero, representing the DMV, and man, I got a lot of things in store. We have the Just For Now, the EP that's out right now, Just For Now. I just dropped my singles Meditate, which is on all digital platforms, right along with Birthday, along with the video, which is available on all digital platforms. And the video is also on Vivo and YouTube, and my website, niadinero.com, which is NIADINERO.com. And please join the mailing list. Join the mailing list for all things Nia Dinero, for exclusive music, news, everything. So just connect with me on niadinero.com, and I'll make sure to connect back. And my new Instagram page is dinero.nia, DINERO.nia. And let's just connect, man. Let's just connect. 2021, 2022 is about to be a big year. So stay tuned.
There it is. Don't go nowhere when I get off of this Zoom. But anyway, that's your boy Abwon and Nia Dinero, man. Make sure you go check out her single Birthday on YouTube. Run those numbers up. You know what it is. It's a Face2Face. We out of here. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.